Chronicles Part 16. Okay? This might be a long one because we got some stuff to discuss. And it's really basically one thing, really, is fuck around and find out. Huh? Let's start with the first instance, okay? And I'm gonna use a lot of quotes from some wise people. I don't know who said that, fuck around and find out, but they ate with that. They ate. They ate a big meal with that. Huh? Fuck around and find out. I pick up this lady, right? She worked for the Spectrum. Okay. She late, right? She late to the point where her ride almost was about to get canceled. She had like 1 minute for her to come outside unless I cancel the ride and I get the cancellation freeze. Now the issue was her driveway was on a hill, and she had one car halfway on the grass, halfway on the driveway, and then another car all the way up there. All right. Now, could I have drove on her driveway? I could have, but it was just like whatever. I had to go around that car that was half on the driveway, half on the grass, but I didn't want to do that. I was like, then backing up, or if I gotta back up into it, I said, nah, it's too much trouble, whatever. Plus, she late. So I guess when she was closing the door, she looking at me, giving me some type of look or whatever it case may be. I guess she wanted me to drive on the driveway. She get in my car. So I say hello. She don't say nothing. So she get in the car, she pulls stuff down, then she slam her door. And she was like, hello, good morning. So I ain't say nothing. She was like, oh, you mute? You don't speak? And I had my shades on too. So I had to turn around, right, and look at her, and I said, hey, I said hello. You ain't hear me? I said, while we at your house right now, let me know if it's gonna be any more issues. I would hate to keep driving and leave you on the side of the road. So again, while we at your house, right here, right now, let me know if it's gonna be any issues. She looking at the phone. Ain't say nothing. She just looking at the phone. Oh, okay. So I said, oh, okay. Put my car in drive and drove off. The true definition of fuck around and find out. Now you could ask the job about that. Huh? Fuck around and find out. Cause I just walking to work smiling at everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? They probably look at me like this bitch special. And I am. Huh? I'm real special. But anyway, fuck around and find out. In addition, right? Another quote, I don't know who said, I think it was the Motel 6. They said, I'm gonna keep the light on for you. Huh? I love that. I like that actually. Especially while I'm doing Uber. You gonna have to keep the light on for me. 70% of y'all put in the wrong address. Y'all either put in the neighbor's house or the house 2 houses down the road or the house behind y'all or what have you. So now I'm pulling up into somebody else's driveway, and if they outside or they come outside, we having a steering contest. And I'm like, hello, I'm not a kidnapper, but get in the back seat. Let's go. Or whatever. Mind you, you texting me, oh, you at the wrong address. You gonna have to keep the light on for me and put the right address in there. I don't pull up into everybody's driveway. And I'm not too sure if you know, but you should be able to tell by my picture. I may have had the ring light on, so I may have looked a little light skinned, but baby, I'm black. Blacker than black. Hello? I can't pull up into everybody's driveway. You understand? And that's why most of y'all gonna have to meet me at the end of the driveway. Then it's dark and stuff, and some of y'all be like, oh, well, when you put up in the driveway, can you turn your lights off or whatever? No, actually, my high beams is on because you got a whole bunch of trees and shit. I don't know what's around me. I'm looking. I hear shit in the grass, fumbling and shit. And I can't see all over at all times. In fact, I got high beams on. I'm not turning my lights off. Fuck y'all. But Motel 6 says, I'm going to keep the light on for you. And State Farm says, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now, like a good Uber driver, I'm going to be there, but not for a long time. Okay, I'm going to be there for about 3-4 minutes. And then I'm going to pull off. If you're not outside, I'm going to pull off. But I'm going to be there, though. Okay? Now, another wise person said, I'm not an unaliver, but don't push me. Huh? Love that. Let me tell you a situation. This man, now I gotta tell you the full situation. I dropped the kid off at the Dunkin' Donuts, right, for work. So I said, oh, well, let me go ahead and get my breakfast. So I go through the drive-through to get my breakfast. As soon as I pull in the drive-through, the next passenger texts me, oh, I see you're idle. Is everything okay? Um, he was like, I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful. It's just that, I'm running late. I'm extremely late for work, and since this time, Ubers have been canceling left and right, left and right. I just want to make sure you're on your way, or whatever. He was like, yeah, I don't mean to be rude, but yeah, I'm just late for work, and I have 5 Ubers cancel on me. I proceed to get my breakfast. When I'm ready to pull out of the Dunkin' Donuts, I text him, I'll be there in a minute. He was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. I appreciate it again. Thank you. I just still running late for work, but I appreciate it. Okay. He is at the motel. Okay. About, let's say, just for conversation, the Motel 6. He at the Motel 6. The way the Uber take me is to the side entrance. Now, the side entrance is blocked off, but people could walk through it, but they just blocked it off for no cars to come through. But he sees me, right? And it's funny because his hotel room was by the side entrance, so he's waving, "Hey, it's me." So I stop in the middle of the road because if you're running late for work, you've been running to my car, so we could have kept it moving, huh? But no, he was just like, "Hey." So I said, he just sitting there. Okay. So I'll go around or what have you. I pull up to his room, the room. He comes to my passenger door. It was like, oh, can you back up into the parking space? I said, why am I backing up? Aren't you late for work? Yeah, why am I backing up for? He said, oh, I just have a bag or whatever. I said, oh, okay, so apparently you're not running late for work. Whatever. So I back up into the to the parking spot. So I open the trunk. There's one bag outside. That one bag, and then there's a white girl in there in the room or whatever. So when I pulled up, there she comes out or she started looking. That one bag turned into 27, almost 27 bags. Like he had a few black garbage bags. He had like you got evicted, huh? Evicted from your house and from this hotel. But anyway, I said, damn, we already 17 bags in. There was so many bags to where they put in my back seat, and I was like, where y'all gonna sit? Or whatever. That's how many bags it was. So anyway, they put up the trunk, put up the back seat. I'm like, oh, sure, they already put the bags in, so whatever. Then, whatchamacallit, they bring out the dog. And I say, oh, that's where I draw the line is at the dog. I say, nah, if y'all want Uber Pet, y'all gonna have to call Uber Pet. I don't do no dogs or whatever in my car or whatever. This man go off. He like, I should slap the shit out you right now. I said, yeah, go ahead and slap the shit out of me right now. I said, you should have put that in the app that you got a dog. Just how you put that you was late, running late for work, but you're not. You should put that in the app or whatever the case may be, and then I was canceled. He was like, I should slap the shit out you right now. Or he was like, oh, you seen that though, right? You seen that I was running late for work, right? Da-da-da. I should slap the shit out you right now. Now, in that moment, right, I had to stop and reflect, huh? And when I'm in, sometimes, not all times, when I'm in danger and about to commit, hypothetically, a murder, um, I get white. I don't get black because black people, like he said, he gave a great example of black. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you right now. He's telling me what he's gonna do before he do it. White people walk into the movie theater, pew 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 pew, just letting the shit off. They don't say nothing. They don't give no warning or nothing, right? So I turned white. I turned real quiet before I'm about to do anything. Cause in that day I didn't have hypothetically I didn't have my pew pew on me, right? So while he's saying that, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I got my pen and I'm twirling like this on my side, okay? Because I said in this moment, right? I'm not a London lava, but don't test me. This pen is about to go straight into his throat right here, and he about to be talking like one of them people in the commercials.